The new normal uniform has a lot of us searching our closets and drawers for men's essentials, like soft knit polos, tees, joggers, and active shorts. Whatever men's basics you need, Mack Weldon has you covered with unmatched comfort and fit. Personally, we put in our order from Mack Weldon. I'm excited to get it because my friends who have got it say nothing but the best about it. Its comfort, versatility, style is good, and the shopping ease and selection is amazing. Mack Weldon promises comfort and a consistent fit with essentials like socks, shirts, hoodies, underwear, polos, or active shorts. From working out, going to work, or on a date, Mack Weldon is for everyday life. Their wide range of customized fabrics can keep up with you no matter what your day looks like. You can also join Weldon Blue, Mack Weldon's free loyalty program. Level 1 gets you free shipping for life, and once you reach level 2 by spending $200, you get 20% off every order for the next year. And if you don't like your first pair of underwear, you can keep and they'll still refund you, no questions asked. For 20% off your first order, visit mackweldon.com/peasants and enter promo code peasants. PEASANTS. That's mackweldon.com/peasants. Promo code peasants for 20% off. Mack Weldon, reinventing men's basics.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true.
Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. This is episode 797.
Do it live!
And we've got Scott Henson returning once again, and we have our special Patreon guest, Empyrean, also known as Danny, back again for a very special early edition, afternoon delight edition of DP.
An edition I definitely remembered after you told me.
Yeah.
And
That's
that
okay.
I definitely...
You're just as organized as I am.
I definitely woke up on time for, too, by the way.
Yeah, you seem fresh. You seem like you've been up for several hours, Bill.
Yeah, what?
I think I do heroin.
No. You've told me before.
Thank you for saying it.
You've told me before that if you have something to do the next day that's like around noon, you stay up all night thinking about doing it, and then you don't fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
I couldn't get to sleep.
That's stupid. Don't do that.
It's a medical condition.
I think it's more of a mental condition.
Is the condition called doing heroin?
Yeah. I did a heroin, guys. Leave it to me and Artie Lang.
My doctor says I suffer from doing heroin.
When do you when are you going to get your test back?
It's actually back.
Oh, okay.
It's back. I have double AIDS.
Oh my! I knew it.
No,
I knew it. That's how you lost the weight.
I'm actually got no COVID, and we got word from the health department that we are clear on quarantine for the whole house.
Oh,
so
okay.
technically, if we weren't so early today, I probably could have came in.
Okay, well, I'm glad you didn't because glad you didn't.
So I actually
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so I actually could have come there in a couple days and not been poisoned.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling too lazy to break down this drum set that's in here, so I'm glad you're not coming today.
Yeah, I figured I knew the drums were there. I knew it was early. I got word last night.
Your drums now.
I got word yesterday, and I was like, I think we'll just play Thursday because we have the thing later tonight too.
Oh yeah.
So it's like
Ben and I are going to be on a podcast a little later
Yeah.
with RT.
Yeah, we're going to be on the RT channel tonight. It'll be, I believe it's starting
Retweet?
at...
Is it the retweet channel?
I believe it's starting at 6 p.m. Pacific, so that's 9 p.m. Eastern time. There's a link in the description.
What time is that New Zealand, Danny?
Damn it, quit talking over my promos.
I'm sorry.
2 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, so there's a link in the description if you guys want to check that out tonight. All right.
Yeah.
So,
sorry, Ben. I'm fired up. I haven't done a live or taped podcast in 2 weeks, so I got all this energy.
Yeah,
Also, I'm
welcome
slamming
back.
balls, cherry cola like it's the cure for AIDS.
It is. Balls are the cure for AIDS.
Can you give some of that energy to me?
Do my best.
What would you do with it, Danny? What would you do with all that
You
energy?
just waste it.
Yeah, probably.
all right, I think we're going to cover this news. This is the only news that I found interesting today, really, that I woke up to, and we'll get into it now. Whenever the scene
terrorist
changes.
attack in Nice.
He called me, sir. It got me so human angry.
People are discriminating against wolves.
Wow. They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
You know, I wasn't talking about the attack in Nice, but I believe 5 years ago there was an actual shooting in Nice. Step it up, terrorists.
I agree. Also, I'd like to say that wasn't very nice of them to do that.
I've been to Nice twice. It's a really nice place. Seriously. Yeah. Yeah.
It seems nice besides the shootings.
Yeah, that blows my mind. You know what, though? People don't picture France, like parts of France, to basically look almost like Florida. But that's kind of what Nice looks like. There's palm trees everywhere.
I guess coastal stuff kind of would, yeah.
Yeah, but warm weather, too. They have really warm weather because they're like right on the Mediterranean. It's really nice. Nice. It's really nice. Oh, so Tucker Carlson claimed to have the evidence that would sink Hunter Biden and by proxy Joe Biden. But now...
Yeah, how'd that go?
Look at the headline.
They suddenly vanish.
Yeah.
There's always a lot going on that we don't have time to get to on the air, but there's something specific going on behind the scenes right now that we did feel we should tell you about. So on Monday of this week, we received from a source a collection of confidential documents related to the Biden family. We believe those documents are authentic, they're real, and they're damning. At the time we received them, my executive producer, Justin Wells, and I were in Los Angeles preparing to interview Tony Bobolinsky about the Biden's business dealings in China, Ukraine, and other countries. So we texted a producer in New York and we asked him to send those documents to us in LA, and he did that. So Monday afternoon of this week, he shipped those documents overnight to California with a large national carrier, a brand name company that we've used, you've used countless times with never a single problem. But the Biden documents never arrived in Los Angeles. Tuesday morning.
Yeah, the Pony Express got hijacked by bandits on its way to its location. This is like
a highwayman took them down.
This reminds me of like Chris Hansen with the laptop damning evidence against Onision. You know? If this even really existed. Oh, one more ask from the people viewing right now. If you could like the stream, that would be great, because a lot of people
like it.
They're used to our normal schedule, and they probably don't know that we're live.
Yeah, if you could wake up a neighbor, your mother, your brother, your sister, daughters, wake up anybody you can and tell them we're live.
Yes.
Because everybody is sleeping right now.
Shipping company.
Yeah, it's sleepy time. It's 1:30 Pacific.
1:30 Pacific.
It's only 4:30 Eastern. Everyone's asleep.
The documents have disappeared. Now, to its credit, the company took this very seriously and immediately began a search. They traced the envelope from the moment our producers dropped it off in Manhattan on Monday all the way to 3:44 a.m. yesterday morning. That's when an employee at a sorting facility in another state noticed that our package was open and empty. Apparently, it had been opened. So the company's security team interviewed every one of its employees who touched the envelope we sent. They searched the plane and the trucks that carried it. They went through the office in New York where our producer dropped that package off. They combed the entire cavernous sorting facility.
David Copperfield just happened to be a passenger on this same plane.
Interesting.
They used pictures of what we had sent so that searchers would know what to look for. They went far and beyond. But they found nothing. Those documents have vanished.
Never
As
existed.
of tonight, the company has no idea.
Whoa,
and no
whoa. When you have damning documents of the presidential candidate's son that could destroy the president, you don't just make copies of those. What if they got into the wrong hands? You have to, you have to snail mail the only copy of the damning documents. Okay,
100%.
You can't
and send it DHL ground.
I wouldn't even mail a baseball card that I wanted to have graded. You know what I mean? Like. You know, because those places, they're like, oh, yeah, we'll appraise your card. Just send it to us in the mail. We'll totally send back your card.
What's the point in snail
Give us your
mailing
1910
documents?
Onus Wagner.
Yeah.
It's Onus Wagner wouldn't even snail mail important documents.
Right.
He'd telegraph it.
Exactly.
This is so ridiculous. And the fact that we did every single step possible to track down these documents. We had a full investigation. This is over explaining. I do this all the time when I lie.
Yeah, if you notice, whenever we have like a time debate segment that Billy's in, he will use every fucking second of that time.
Oh yeah.
Like
I mean, it's your time. You got to use it.
Yeah, but
theory even about what happened to this trove of materials, documents that are directly relevant to the presidential campaign just 6 days from now. We spoke to executives at that company a few hours ago. They seemed baffled and deeply bothered by this, and so are we.
I'm sure you are.
So, thoughts? Did this ever even exist?
Okay.
Did it actually get lost?
I like Tucker Carlson, and here's why. A number of reasons. Number one, because he inspired my drag queen name, which is a right-wing drag queen that wears a bow tie called Tucker Ballsin, which I've also been very proud of. Secondly, I legitimately like him because I'm 99% sure he's a cynical, angry liberal. So like us, basically, just seeing what he can get away with on Fox News. And it seems to be working. He's like, I don't know, maybe I'll make up something about the Bidens and then say there's magic evidence. And obviously there isn't. So I'll just say it'll get lost in the mail and everyone will believe me. So I honestly kind of like his style.
It's the dog ate my homework excuse. Like,
yeah,
you
it's
can't-
literally that. And there's not one person earnestly watching that show who doesn't buy it, which is the beautiful part of it.
Well, yeah, it's the common area at the senior home, right? That's who's watching.
Yeah.
Tucker Carlson.
Correct.
A dog whistle ate my homework.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is nuts that they don't have a copy of this evidence. Like, why would you send the only copy over mail?
Copies are dangerous. Copies is how Watergate happened, I think.
I've seen the new Borat. Okay, you could fax anything. I've seen the new Borat. He could have faxed it and would have made a copy right there.
I was going to say, is it just papers? Is what was being mailed papers? Because those are very easy to send and copy in a number of ways.
They're also easy to forge.
Yeah, I could see if there was like a fleshlight full of Hunter Biden's goo. Like that's you
that's
can't
tougher to
copy
copy.
that.
Not impossible, but tougher.
You can't copy goo. You can't 3D print a fleshlight full of goo.
That's what got Clinton, the goo on the
cracked
dress.
the technology. It was the goo.
It was the goo.
Yeah, I intercepted these documents myself because I want Joe Biden to win so bad. They're not even that damning. I could have just let them through. It's just Hunter Biden smoking crack with a 12-year-old. Like who the fuck cares about that?
Every politician's kid, grow up, people.
Yeah, grow up. The 12-year-old was the same 12-year-old Joe Biden had a sniff vest on. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. He's one of the 12-year-olds that the Bidens own. They can do what they want with him.
It's one of their cabinet kids that came in from Wayfair. They're fine.
No,
that's an expensive cabinet.
It's perfectly normal to have a $30,000 cabinet.
I'm writing a spec
That's what
script.
they cost now. It's called inflation. Look it up. I read it in The Economist.
I'm writing a spec script now that I've gone Hollywood, and it's about like an assassin that just shows up in $10,000 cabinets to people's houses. And he jumps out like, surprise, motherfucker. Nobody buys $10,000 cabinets.
So it's basically just cooler Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
All right, here's Nancy Pelosi. She is confident that Biden will win.
But we are ready. I feel very confident that Joe Biden will be elected president on Tuesday.
How much money do you think she spends trying to not look 80 years old?
What's her net worth? Because 94%
million.
of
She's
that.
definitely a millionaire. Definitely.
Yeah. So,
I mean, just
most of that.
Just her salary alone, for how long she's been in office, she'd be super rich. But she makes deals on the side for sure.
Whatever the
bad stuff.
count is, but on the election that occurs on Tuesday, he will be elected. On January 20th, he will be inaugurated president of the United States.
Estimated net worth $54 million.
Okay, so 51 of that is spent on not looking 80.
Right. Oh yeah.
So while we don't want to be overconfident or assume
She has
anything,
$54 million.
That's what it says here.
What is she in any other business than politics?
Okay, just by being
she starred in Black Swan also.
just by being Speaker of the House, she's making almost $250,000 a year. Just on that.
That's 200 years to make 54 million. Is she that old?
Well, hold on though. She has she has businesses on the side too, for sure. All these people
I want
do.
to see what her businesses are. See, I wish that politicians like had a report card
also
at the end of every year.
Also, when you have millions to start with, you can invest that and turn it into tens of millions within a few years if you put it.
Yeah, once you have a few millions, you're pretty much good.
Right.
You could just keep rolling that over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also when you have political sway and people want to buy out your stance on everything, you can make tons of cool money.
I was gonna say, I'm sure
From all
she's
the
never gotten
corporations.
any money from lobbyists.
Yes.
I mean, she's been in Congress forever, and then being Speaker of the House, being the head of it all. Absolutely.
Why do Congress is on vacation now, right? Congress is on vacation now after they pushed Amy Coney Barrett through.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a real National Lampoon going on over there.
Do we have any COVID relief like signed on?
No, that's not happening. The election's 5
we
days away.
just had to make sure we could overturn abortion. We'll deal with COVID later.
God damn it.
Yep.
I hate people.
Yeah. So here's some positive economic news though, which is weird because I've seen a lot of different types of investments take a dive. Stocks taking a dive, crypto taking a dive. But here it's saying Q3 there was a rebound. Let's see.
The U.S. economy grew at its fastest pace ever in the third quarter. Gross domestic product, or GDP, surged at 7.4%. That's 33% on an annualized basis.
Well, this is Q2 is when everything locked down and everything took a really sharp dive. Q3 is when they started to reopen some shit.
Yeah, and that's why crypto will drop because it's not centralized on the U.S. dollar. So if the U.S. dollar goes up, crypto's going to drop naturally because the value of U.S. money is bigger. And it's not based on U.S. money. The same thing with gold, right? Gold probably took a drop.
I've seen crypto follow the stock market in many cases too. Different cryptos, not so much, but I've seen Bitcoin, which is what most cryptos are modeled after, a lot of times follow like a sharp dive in the stock market. It's interesting.
Yeah.
That was the fastest pace since the government started keeping records in
Probably because people are selling off. Just if there's like financial uncertainty in the future and people are just selling off.
Yeah, if there's panic, it's going to happen across the board.
Yeah.
1947 and followed a historic shrinkage in the second quarter. The GDP report is one of the last major economic scorecards before next week's presidential election.
Yeah.
And President Donald Trump seized on it, tweeting Thursday, GDP number just announced, biggest and best in the history of our country, and not even close.
Now, gold is different. Like Billy mentioned, gold. Gold is an actual physical asset, and it'll never have a value of zero. Like as long as there's an actual economy working. Yeah. So you can buy a stock that 1 year is $100 a share, and then someday it could literally be worth pennies.
Yeah, it could be gone.
Right, and it's not an asset. So yeah.
Next year will be fantastic. But deep scars from the recession could take a year or more to heal. U.S. output remains below its level in the fourth quarter of 2019, a fact Trump's Democratic challenger, Joe Biden, is almost certain to highlight. The government's rescue package provided a lifeline for many businesses and the unemployed, juicing up consumer spending, which on its own powered the surge in GDP. But government funding has since been depleted with no deal in sight for another round of relief.
Yeah, I don't...
Show your neck, Nancy.
They have plenty of money. It's weird how they just hold on to it, you know?
Yeah.
It's worth buying military equipment that may not ever get used, due to the slight chance that we may need to use it someday. But it's not worth...
for the world war we're preparing for.
Right.
Yeah, the world war that's not going to be fought with weaponry. It's literally being fought on Twitter with dumbass Russian bot retweet fucking idiots.
You know what?
It's so backwards, but it's the factory mentality.
Billy,
they're just making the money.
Billy, tonight you and I become puppets for the Russian government because
you become part of.
That's right.
We're gonna.
I'm just trying to have them.
Yeah. Actually, Putin emailed me. He said, if we do good tonight, we can come and get peed on, just like Trump.
See, I don't want to be a puppet for Russia. I want to be one of those stacking dolls. Like,
you want to be a matryoshka?
Yeah, I want to be a matryoshka.
Oh, the ones that keep opening up and there's smaller ones inside?
Yes.
I want to see the tiniest Billy.
That's a weird fetish. That's a weird fetish that you have there.
No.
Well, I just want to get opened up and have a little one of me inside of me.
And then a little one inside of that, and a little one inside of that.
Oh, that makes me come. Oh, God.
I love a specific fetish.
Yeah.
The crazy you know about the Russian nesting dolls and why they exist, right?
I probably did at one point, but my brain doesn't work anymore, so you can tell me.
They're anus training. You start with the smallest doll.
I was going to pretend like I knew.
That's the misconception. You start big, and then at the end, it's super easy.
I was going to pretend like I knew whatever he was talking about so he wouldn't tell us, because I knew it was going to be something like that.
You know what? You're smarter than me.
What else do we got here? Here's Mike Pence campaigning in Flint, Michigan. I wonder if he's going to promise.
Or complaining. That's when you complain on the campaign.
I mean, that's what he does.
Now, meantime, the campaigns continue their heavy focus on Michigan. Today's biggest name visitor, Vice President Pence, set to appear in about an hour in Flint. Mara McDonald is there ahead of the latest rally in what has been a very busy week here in our state. Mara.
Hi, Devin. As a matter of fact, the program is getting underway here. Laura Cox is on stage right now. We are expecting the Vice President to arrive in Air Force Two in probably another 30 minutes or so.
So Flint has...
come back in 30 minutes.
Is the water in Flint poison?
100%.
Still? Like...
It's made of lead. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So it's still going on?
Oh, yeah. No, they didn't do anything about that.
There was like a campaign or whatever that went around that said that they had cleaned it all up, and they were like, no, you didn't.
No.
I don't know who to believe.
Actually, no.
Let's hear this.
I guess the...
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, let's hear...
Shut up. It's Gary.
Yeah.
It's Gary.
Gary from Mount Goris.
My sons have jobs, and that's the most important thing, I think. I think they're doing good for the coronavirus. You know, what do you expect them to do? You know?
Hold on. My sons have jobs. That's what I think. Think we're doing good with the coronavirus. What do you expect them to do?
No. That's my only belief. That's the only reason I'm voting.
Wow.
Oh, that guy behind him. The pinnacle of fashion
all right. Where do you think his IQ is? Like, what? I mean, can anyone sound more stupid?
I think his IQ is the same as the temperature outside right now.
Right. Listen to what he says. It's so dumb.
Sons have jobs, and that's the most important thing, I think. I think they're doing good for the coronavirus. You know, I mean, what do you expect them to do? You know, that's my only belief. That's the only reason I'm voting.
Okay.
Milk toast.
And that's like Gary's not an outlier. Like that's most of America.
This is Michigan, by the way.
Oh,
yeah,
there you
but
go.
like, you know, like take off the coasts and your major urban centers, and that's all of America is Gary. That's why Trump's gonna win.
Do you think she's laughing? It almost looks like she's laughing at like
her
that.
eyes are smiling.
Yeah, like that was stupid as fuck. What the fuck?
What are they supposed to do? Like, there's a group of people there. None of them were wearing masks. Like why not just wear a mask, Gary? Put a mask on, Gary. That's what you're supposed to do. The president of the United States is supposed to be like, hey guys, you know how we've been pro life. You know how we're pro-life, and we say we would do anything to save people's lives.
Let's try not to die, retards.
Yeah, let's just put a mask on. No, wearing a mask is a personal choice.
Yeah,
I'm pro-choice when it comes to putting a fucking cloth on my face. But if it's
not.
your womb, no.
Both my sons have jobs, though.
Pretty much. So how would you describe the difference? Well, pretty much if it's a woman, I think no, and if not, then yes.
Yeah.
Back here live, interesting what he said about the coronavirus. Our pollster will tell you that if you believe the president has done well with the coronavirus response, that
You're a fucking idiot.
you are going to vote for him. But Devin, Kimberly, we are at a point in this state where if the day ends in Y, you're going to have a visit from one of these campaigns. We're live in Flint tonight. I'm Mara McDonald.
All right. I thought it would actually show Mike Pence, but seeing Gary made it all worth it.
Gary and
Gary.
this guy who is like a certified fart sniffer in the red tie. Lord of Nurgle. Big love.
Lord
I
of
will
Nurgle,
say,
thanks.
I mean, Gary was a nice touch, even if we didn't get that stereotypical Jack Chick tracked Christian character that is Mike Pence.
I'd
So-
much rather have Gary than Mike Pence once.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Gary would run a little thin if he became a recurring character in 2020.
Yeah.
If he was the Joe Plumber, I'd be like, oh fuck.
Oh no,
It's
Joe
Gary
the Plumber
again.
Yeah, Joe the Plumber ran for Congress in the district that I lived in.
That rocks.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, he wasn't even a real plumber. He'd never had a plumber license. His name wasn't even Joe. Also.
Oh, he was a rogue plumber.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of Larry the Cable Guy.
All the shit he told
Don't
Obama.
get me started on that guy.
All the shit he told Obama when he met Obama in person, that the thing that made him famous, almost all of it was a lie. Like, he wasn't a licensed plumber. He had done plumbing work, but he wasn't a licensed plumber, and he wasn't thinking about buying the business that he worked for. He was not in a financial situation to buy a business like that. So he was full of shit. If anything, he would have benefited from the tax plan that was being proposed by Obama. But these guys love rich people getting tax breaks for some reason.
They really do.
Yeah. Oh no, the rich people shut down Scott.
Rich people getting tax breaks. What? What happened?
You froze
Scott's
up.
here for me.
Oh, okay. Well, on
Just
my
for a
end, he
second.
froze up. You guys, I think you all.
Interesting.
So what were you saying about rich people? They want rich people.
I was like, poor, stupid people love nothing more than rich people getting tax breaks. That's their favorite thing. It's like catnip to them.
Someday I might be a multi-billionaire and I want them taking my money.
I read a thing somewhere, and I've never seen it exactly stated like that, and it was so perfect. I wish I could quote the source, but I honestly don't remember. But it said, everyone in America thinks they're going to be president one day. And I'm like, wow, that is a fantastic way to put it, honestly.
Yeah, I do not fit into that. Even if they were like
no.
Even if someone was like, "Hey, you're polling ahead of anyone else in the entire nation to be president," I'd be like, "Fuck no, I do not want to be president at all." Do you see what those motherfuckers look like after even 4 years of being president? No, thank you.
It killed Obama.
Yeah. Here's.
I think I could age a little bit. I should be president. I got a baby face.
You could stand to age a bit. You're too much
Yeah.
of it. You're too baby faced right now.
Yeah,
Trump
I should be
plays.
president.
Trump plays blistering video against Joe Biden. Let's see.
Does he destroy him with facts and logic?
We've never had before. Better than last year. You had your best year ever last year. This is going to be better.
How about this
And you
year?
see where we're going. It's a super V. It's a super V.
Let's see the video.
Promises
Since
made,
the China
promises
virus
kept. I haven't
arrived,
seen that yet.
We've airlifted amounts of material, the likes of which nobody has done since the Second World War. It's one of the greatest ever. Nobody has done since the Second World War.
The fuck is he talking about? He's talking about this airlifted. We've
airlifted amounts of material.
Yeah, and he's specifically talking about all the Joe Biden, Hunter Biden tapes. All the Hunter Biden tapes were airlifted. It's more than World War II when they airlifted a bunch of Hitler porn. Yeah, they had since they airlifted all that gay Hitler porn from World War II.
Hand-painted Hitler porn.
Yeah. Him and Ava Braun pegging Hitler. They had all this cool animation. Germanimation.
I'm telling you, we're down
I love Germanimation.
85%. Think of that. Down 85%. Nobody has any idea what that means, and that's all been done within a short period of time. And you know, I say it. So I had it. My wife had it. Our great First Lady. Does everybody like our First Lady?
Does your First Lady like you?
Doesn't seem like it. She every time he tries to touch her in public, she like pulls away from him.
Have you seen the pictures?
She's just living her life in a hostage video.
Have you seen the pictures circulating of like a double Melania? That's going around.
Yes.
I don't know if those are true or not. Like they might be photoshopped, but it's just the funniest idea that he can't even get her to go out.
Did you see the way?
I'm not done. I'm not going.
Did you see the way? Scott, did you see the way that Trudeau and Melania looked at each other? Did you ever see that news story?
They're fucking. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
She made a speech yesterday in Pennsylvania, and they loved her. She made a speech. She's a very elegant woman.
Melania's really
She gets
into
it almost as hard
blackface.
as I do. They go after her. And she's cool, you know, she's very cool. She goes, oh, that's okay, no problem. Me, I want to go get them. I want to. She goes, that's no problem. It's no problem. She's got a very extreme confidence somehow, you know. She just, that's okay. It's all right. She says, that's their problem, not my problem. How cool is that, right? But she did a great job.
Where's the video? Where's the video?
How cool is that? How groovy.
They don't even show the video.
I think this is the video.
Is this?
But he's
Is he
strong,
going to do a
goes
Tosh
like
0 segue?
Dr. Sean. He's
Oh, it could be a Tosh segue.
He goes, he's the White House doctor. Sir, Barron has tested positive, sir. I'm sorry to inform you. I say, oh, that's bad. What does that mean? Positive for what? He goes, for COVID.
Being a retard?
Or, you know, we have about 30
Oh.
names. China virus, the plague, whatever you want to go. The
Yeah, I
plague
don't think a
from
doctor's going to call it the China virus.
I don't know if doctors are calling it the China virus.
Yeah.
Are they calling it the plague?
Well,
no.
I think they are calling it the plague, yes.
Okay.
Definitely, as the technical term.
Barron has tested positive. And I said, that's too bad. Like 2 minutes later, I said, how's Barron doing? Oh, it's okay. It's all gone.
That's too bad. Oh, well, I got 4 others.
I can make a new one. Yeah.
Barron's
Sorry,
the best
Mr.
one,
President. Barron is tested positive for having 27 chromosomes.
He's so
Barron
tall.
might be more successful than Ivanka. He's tall.
That doesn't mean he's smart.
It doesn't have to be smart. He's if he gets a small loan of $1 million, can you imagine the Minecraft server he builds?
Oh my God.
That kid's gonna be amazing.
99.9%, right? You know, they have strong immune systems. Much stronger than our immune system. Much.
All right, I'm going to play something else. What
It would
else?
have been funny if he died. It would have been really funny if he died.
Who?
Yeah. You know.
Trump.
Oh.
Any of
When
them.
Trump got COVID, if he just straight up died, like that would have been a really interesting story.
Yeah, but then
Literally
we'd have
any
President
of them. From
Pence.
Pelosi to Schumer to all the way up. Any of them. Pence, any of them. It'd be
But
funny
you'd
if
only,
any of
you,
them.
like, if that was the case, you'd have President Pence for like a month, and like he wouldn't win if he'd even run. Democrats would definitely win. If
I don't
that was
know.
the case,
You know what? There'd be like a
who
martyr.
knows, but
Well, there'd be like a martyr effect because of Trump dying. They probably would vote for. I think they would come out and vote for Pence as if they were voting for Trump, if that had happened.
Yeah, it's possible.
Right now, 538 is now giving Trump 11 out of 100.
What did they give him in 2016?
I don't know if
5.
I don't know if this website was operating then, but basically they run a simulation. They run 100 simulations.
Yeah.
And they keep doing it. So this has been changing over time. Like a month ago when I was looking at this, he had like 15 and 100.
Yeah. I like the little Fox guy telling me that, hey, Trump could still win.
He could.
Yep.
Don't count the underdog out. Upset wins are surprising.
That's the site's way of saying that's the site's way of saying that furries are voting for Trump.
These
more bars to the right of the 270 line means more simulations where that candidate wins. Some of the bars represent really weird outcomes, but you never know.
Right. Well, yeah, and these are odds. They're doing odds, and you know, there are odds that get broken all the time. You know. It's like sports betting. Like one team could be favored to win the Super Bowl, but then there's a surprise, you know, and the other team wins.
And like sometimes like the New York Jets like win a football game.
Yeah. If someone told me there was a 1 in 10 chance that I would get AIDS from having sex, bareback sex, I'd put a condom on. This is just 1 in 10 that Trump becomes.
Luckily,
president.
no one has told you that.
Exactly. We're free balling. Let's go.
Yeah.
Is this a snakes and ladders game that's on?
It's like a snake graph. Basically, the line is a win. It's the 270 you need to win. Everything that's blue. You're right, PT Ham. So like anything that's dark blue is basically in the bag for Biden and dark red for Trump.
Right.
And then the ones that are lighter are like if it's light blue, it might be trending blue, but it's a toss up. Like it's weird here. It's a dead tie right here. Not
so this is
your home state just can't make up its dang mind.
Yeah, it's and Georgia. That's one too.
Georgia. This is the crazy part here. The little fox on the side says, "Did you know that the skin on your lips is the same skin as on your anus? The Republican Party and the Democrat Party are two parts of the same thing."
Thanks, Fox.
Thanks, little fox.
I learned something today.
Yeah.
Who said American politics wasn't boring?
When I was a kid, I knew a kid that got attacked by a dog and they grafted skin from his ass onto his face, so we just called him ass face.
Nice. Of course you did. You would be wrong not to.
You're right.
You can't lit myself on fire. I lit myself on fire.
Himself.
I lit myself on fire in high school, and they told me they'd have to graft skin from my ass onto my arm to like cover up the 3rd-degree burns. And I was like, hell no, I'd rather just have scars because I was like into wrestling at the time. And then there's no scars. It all healed perfectly.
Why is ass skin the best
to do ass
grafting
stuff?
Yeah. They just
were just trying to do ass stuff to me.
They just want to see your ass. They're like, oh yeah, no, we have to.
Did you
do it from
accidentally
your
go
ass.
to Dr. Joseph Mengele and he like wanted to sew you to another fat kid? And like inject boiling water into your brain? He's like, no, we need to do this for the burn.
But seriously though, I think Trump might take Ohio. I made a map where I think I picked Trump to take Ohio. He did last time. If he doesn't win Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Florida, I don't see how he can win. But Biden only really needs to win one. If Biden wins Florida, it's over because Biden has because Florida has 29 electoral votes. That's really high. It's the same as New York.
Hear about the cookie poll?
What's that?
Did you hear about the cookie poll?
No.
They go to an area and they sell cookies for Trump or for Biden. And Trump outsold Biden like 5-1, I think. So like the cookie poll was in Pennsylvania in a county that normally goes blue, and they bought way more Trump cookies. And the cookie poll has supposedly It is supposedly predicted the last 3 elections. I don't know if this is all propaganda.
By one county in Pennsylvania, or is it more widespread?
It's one county in Pennsylvania. This is how. This is.
Okay.
This is how. This is like cookie propaganda for people.
What?
Yeah, this is
how you
put
trick
out by
fat people
Big
into
Cookies.
picking the election.
It's
got
got,
it with
it's got
cookies.
some. It shows something though that Pennsylvania either loves red cookies. I don't know what flavor the blue ones were.
Is it even a highly populated area?
Yeah, it was
8 people.
I mean, they say that this cookie poll has predicted the election 3 years in a row or whatever. So it's kind of a big deal.
In 2018, 19, and 20.
Yeah. In 1908, the 1908 election, the Snickerdoodle went up against the fucking Toll House, and Toll House rocked the Casbah.
If Biden wins Pennsylvania, because I could see Pennsylvania going blue, and Trump wins Ohio and Florida, how does that?
Let me get up the map, and we'll let a Canadian play with our.
Let's go to the
electoral
map.
Let's go to the map.
All right, let's see. Okay. All right.
All I'm saying is America should let cookies determine our president.
I agree.
All right. So, you said, what was the scenario you said?
PA is blue and Ohio and Florida are red.
All right. So PA blue, Ohio red, Florida red. What are we going to do with Georgia, Iowa? Well, actually, Biden already wins.
Go
way it
red
is.
on all 3 yellows.
All right. Biden still already wins.
So Biden still wins that.
Yep.
Interesting. He's got a pretty good chance then.
Even if we give Arizona's been red in the past, even if we give that to Trump, Biden still wins.
Still. So Trump has to win Pennsylvania, basically. So if Pennsylvania goes red, then Trump wins?
In this scenario, yes. Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
I think he has to win all 3 with the map the way it is
He does.
now.
It seems like he does.
But
yeah.
Biden only has to win 1 out of those 3. And if he picks up any
Yeah.
surprises, that's going to help him too.
Right.
What if the entire West Coast goes red?
What if Oregon goes red?
Well, Oregon's the most likely of the 3 to go red, right?
It only has 7 votes.
I mean,
it's
of the
almost
3,
negligible.
I guess, yeah, but they're all pretty unlikely.
The only one that would make a difference is California. I mean, Washington a little bit. Oregon only has 7 votes. It's hardly anything.
Yeah. I love California going red.
Well,
I like if only Bakersfield voted.
Reagan was
So
the
many
last
people.
person to turn California red.
So many people are mad at Gavin Newsom, right? Like the Cali, that's the governor, right? Like we're getting the same thing with Inslee here in Washington State. Everybody is
mad at him?
angry. Everybody's angry at the way that the state's been closed down for COVID. Like there might be a red rush, and it might not affect the polls on a presidential level.
Are you seriously trying to put forth that you think California is going to go red? Are you?
Well, I mean, it's going. We're gonna possibly see local elections really get swayed by the red rush that's coming out from the koof propaganda of everybody not wanting to wear a mask. The numbers are going to be interesting. I doubt that they're going to go red on the coast, right? I doubt that.
Right.
But I do think we're going to see a boost in numbers. It wasn't too long ago that the governor, was it Christine Gregoire versus Dino Rossi here in Washington State, came down to a matter of, I think it was like under 100 votes difference. That's terribly close. So I worry about that. I worry about how unappealing Biden is to the West Coast liberal, the progressive West Coast liberal. Biden is so like,
He is, but at the end of the day, he's still the one they'll vote for of the 2.
Right.
If they're going to vote.
There's literally no question in my mind at all that the blue on the left side of the map, including Nevada, is the way it's going to be.
No, yeah, that's
including
not
Nevada.
Anywhere.
Including Nevada.
Yeah.
Yep.
Spec, what have a look in the Skype chat. Spec wanted me to show you something.
Your accent, you can't say the word spec. It doesn't sound.
It's a slur.
No, doesn't sound appropriate.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
I'm joshing.
Explore
Also-
the
I
ways
know.
Trump or Biden could win the election. Yeah, these are the different scenarios that they have here. I don't know specifically what Spec wanted me to look at here, but yeah, it's 50-50 in Ohio. It's 65-35 in Florida. So Biden
That's shocking. Like, have you seen people from Florida?
look, Texas is like still pretty much Trump, but Georgia, that's crazy because that's an old school Southern state.
That is crazy. Like, Georgia is the South. Like, besides Atlanta, which has like people from the city who went to school for a couple of years, like Georgia is the South.
I mean, it's getting almost to the point where the entire East Coast is blue, with the exception of South Carolina. If these figures are correct,
Is North Carolina blue?
North Carolina, yeah, and Virginia.
That's shocking. That's maybe more shocking than Georgia.
I mean, it could end up the other way, but they're saying like
I think all of these are wrong. I think Trump is going to win like 340-6.
Who knows?
I find all of this hard to believe.
I'm not going to act like I know what's going to happen, but I know like what's likely. That's it. I don't know for sure. There are some, like, I wouldn't imagine ever that California, New York, and Illinois, with those three huge cities, would ever be red at this point, because the majority of the population in Illinois and New York are those cities, you know?
Yeah.
We always seem to have something that we didn't account for show up election day to throw everything off.
Or like, oh yeah, fuck, Hillary's a woman.
You know what?
Damn it, we didn't factor that in.
Not with Obama. With Obama, everything pretty much went the way I thought it was going to go.
Yeah. But like before that, the hanging Chads, and now we're gonna have a whole bunch of hung alpha Chad males show up and vote for Trump. Like, we're in trouble. We didn't.
Billy wrote a joke.
We didn't factor in all the hung alpha Chads. Big old swanging dangs voting for Trump. We never figured that in.
I don't
Big
know. I think
dicks.
he's dealt with the red plague well so far.
The red plague.
Yeah, he should have called it that. I mean, China, red.
Red like Republican.
Yeah. The Red Menace.
Because liberals live in reality. I don't know if there is any reality anymore. If you call yourself a liberal or a conservative, I think you're in your own brand of disillusion.
Well, what about the people that call themselves Democrat or Republican? Like, there are people that specify that rather than liberal or conservative.
Yeah, I mean, it's all, if you're picking a side now in 2020, you're something is in your fucking vision.
Well, if you call yourself Democrat or Republican, you're definitely not allowed to call yourself liberal, because Democrat and Republican are both conservative parties.
They are.
Yep.
They are. Yeah. There's like small like social issues that they disagree on.
Yeah.
I don't see because Obama had his first 2 years of his first term, he had the House and the Senate, and he didn't do a lot of the things that he said he was going to do. He didn't get, like, the healthcare shit was awful. We got a mandate to buy private insurance. He didn't close down Guantanamo, which he didn't even need the House and the Senate to do. That was like a presidential executive order. Yeah. I mean, like, the drone strikes and, like, the escalation of military. Like, he ended the, like, official war and the official presence, but we still have troops there in both Afghanistan and Iraq till this day.
We were going to close
that's
down
one other thing I
Guantanamo.
was... What's that?
We were going to close down Guantanamo, but then I saw that Harold and Kumar movie, and it would just be a
Super
travesty.
cool. Got to keep it open.
I guess I just the only reason I prefer Biden is he seems like less of an asshole than Trump. He's not as embarrassing to have as a president, which I know isn't that. It's not that big. Of
Yeah,
a deal.
no, it's an incredibly low bar, but you're right.
Right. So there's that, and then I believe, but I could be wrong because there's no law that says the person running for president has to do what he said he was going to do. But
And there's nothing in the rule book that says a dog can't play basketball.
I do think it matters, like what you do, how you wield your military power as president, and I think it also matters how who you put in the Supreme Court if you end up having the chance to put someone in there.
Have you?
Yeah. Oh, that's one thing I was going to say earlier, because didn't Obama have like his entire last year to fill a Supreme Court spot and didn't? And then as soon as Trump got in, he did. And now Trump, now like RBG died like, I don't know, on Tuesday. And like the spot is immediately filled like a week before the election. How did Trump do it and not Obama?
Obama had the chance to fill a spot before the last election, and all the Republicans were.
And he had way more time than Trump had right now.
Yeah, they had more time, but the Republicans stopped him.
Yeah, because they were like, no, let the
right?
American people decide the next president, and then that president can pick the next Supreme Court justice. That's what they were doing.
But next time, the opposite, please.
Yeah,
right. It's
there was
total hypocrisy.
It's the consistency I like so much.
You referenced Air Bud earlier. Did you see the new Air Bud series that came out on Netflix?
I didn't see the new Air Bud series that came out on Netflix. Please tell me everything about it.
It's called The Queen's Gambit. They kind of updated everything. Instead of a dog.
Oh, they play
basketball,
chess now, right?
Well,
it's a girl playing chess.
It's a girl playing chess. She's like a master chess player. It's really amazing what they've done with the Air Bud series.
Do they can't even say it. Do they put peanut butter in her mouth to make it look like she's talking?
Yeah.
That's fun for everyone.
Here's a story about the attack in France.
Fox News alert now. At least 3 people are dead following a knife attack at a church in Nice, France. The suspect was shot and captured by police. The mayor now calling it a terrorist attack. Benjamin Hall is live for us in London. And Benjamin, what do we know about the victims of this attack?
Good morning, Trace. Well, we now know that among those 3 people who were so brutally killed this morning was an elderly woman. And we know that that woman was also tragically beheaded inside the church by the assailants as he shouted repeatedly.
Okay, I take it back. That's kind of serious.
Yeah.
We don't know the motives for these attacks. I read a Paul Joseph Watson tweet who suggests the guy yelling Allahu Akbar before beheading her might have some of the motives. I don't know if that's true or not. It's coming from PJ Dub.
Allahu Akbar. This attack took place in Notre Dame Basilica at around 9 a.m. this morning, just before Mass started. Among the other victims were the church warden, as well as an unidentified person, and a number of other injuries. The suspect has not yet been named, but he was shot and arrested. The mayor of Nice quickly called this a terrorist attack, and he called on...
Nice is a beautiful Mediterranean paradise right on the Mediterranean Sea. It's fucking amazing. It's sad that weird shit like this happens there. It's like, it's right near Monaco. It's a really upscale kind of place too. Can't believe this is this is the second terrorist attack within the last 10 years that's happened there. And the last one was like a mass shooting.
Yeah,
there was like a rave
not Nice related.
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh, there was like a rave in Nice, and there was the mass shooting there that happened last time. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, wasn't there not Nice related, but wasn't there another beheading kind of recently?
I'm not sure. Oh, there was something weird that happened outside of Paris. I don't know if it was a beheading, but it was some kind of murder.
Yeah. I feel like I've recently heard about another beheading. If anyone in the chat has a clue, let me know.
I don't know if it's true, but I've heard rumors that there are parts of France where if you're not Muslim, you probably shouldn't go. Like parts of Paris.
Yeah, there are some very Muslim parts of France and Belgium.
Yeah, I've been to Paris, but I didn't see anything like that there. But I didn't go out into the regular neighborhoods, touristy kind of
France to finally...
There's a beheading in Paris a week ago.
This is why I turned down your idea for Thanks I'm Also an Artist, where I just draw Muhammad the entire episode.
I think I want to revisit that. I think we can make that
not
work.
Doing that.
You should do it. You should do it a couple times and see if it feels good.
That's disrespectful, is what I said.
Wipe out Islamic fascism in the nation. Remember, it was in Nice back in 2016 that a terrorist killed 86 people with a truck, and France today has now raised its terror level to the highest level. This attack follows the beheading a few weeks ago of a teacher outside his school near Paris. That shocked the nation. That teacher had shown his students a cartoon of the Prophet Muhammad during a class on freedom of speech, and his death...
It's interesting to me, someone that grew up as a Catholic, to learn that you show no images of the Prophet in Islam, like it's forbidden, like it's punishable by death in Sharia law and stuff like that. Whereas in Catholicism, you can't get enough statues of Jesus.
That's good everywhere. Put it everywhere.
Yeah.
It's such a strange rule. I don't know how they decided on that.
They also love torture. Catholics love them some torture. That's why, they got Jesus being tortured on the crucifix. Most Christian churches don't have
more
that.
blood, the better.
Yeah. Oh man. I've been to some crazy museums in Europe where there was a lot of like old Catholic art, from like the 1400s.
Jesus getting wrecked.
And people like monks like chopping off one of their hands, like a group of monks with like all their hands in a bucket, and they had all like chopped off one hand for Jesus.
It was the original key party. It's how it evolved. In
they
the
were
70s.
hooking up. They were swinging.
Yeah.
Led President
you take someone else's hand and you go home with them.
To announce a crackdown on Islamic fundamentalism, shutting dozens of mosques. President Macron also defended people's right to show these cartoons, and that is what's led to this widespread anger across the Muslim world. In fact, Macron's effigy has been burnt in Pakistan, Bangladesh, and elsewhere, and there are also geopolitical implications, as President Erdogan of Turkey has called for a total boycott of all French products. And in fact, just a couple of hours after this attack in Nice, another man was shot and killed in Avignon in southeast France for brandishing a knife, threatening passers-by and shouting Allahu Akbar, and a security guard at the embassy in Saudi Arabia, the French embassy, was also attacked today. The fact is, France is bracing for more attacks, and the authorities there say it's a matter of when, not if, they come. Trace?
Yeah, astounding. Benjamin Hall, live for us in the UK. Benjamin, thank you.
It's crazy.
Do you know how hard it is to behead someone with a knife? Like,
ask OJ.
That's not like one. That's not one swing and you're good. Like, it's work.
Yeah. Especially if it's not like a kink and they're not consenting. Like, that's even more.
Sure. Yeah. Obviously.
If they're fighting it off, like, geez.
Care for the old Nicole Simpson.
Here's I guess they made some rulings in Pennsylvania about and North Carolina about how they're going to vote there.
I want to turn to Steve Cortes in Arlington, Virginia. He's a senior advisor for the Trump campaign.
No,
Steve,
I don't
welcome.
like
Great
that
to have you
smile one bit.
Does he have lipstick?
I don't know.
He's wearing too light a shade of lipstick.
Did he get a spray tan and cover? Because he has almost like the like goggles that tan line, and then he's got it around his mouth.
Yeah, he looks like he just got back from Thailand.
So we just heard Caitlin
what was he
break
doing
down
there?
on those voting rights decisions in Pennsylvania and North Carolina.
Things.
Both of those went against Republicans' efforts. Why does the president seemingly want to make it harder for people to get their vote counted?
Sure. Well, listen, we do not want to make it harder for people to get their legitimate votes counted. We want to protect the sanctity of the ballot, and we want to protect the sanctity of the vote. And to do that, we also want to make sure that not only are only legitimate people voting, casting their ballots,
you have to look fucking weird.
Yes. Oh,
It's
who's
literally
his
a
one buddy?
law.
Who's his one buddy, like with the gray hair? He's
Roger
got like
Stone?
Yes, he looks like a movie villain.
Roger Stone's like
He's
almost
amazing.
7 feet tall. He's almost 7 feet tall. He looks like something that a child would draw after having to recount their nightmares.
Like top hat, like perfectly circular glasses.
Yeah. Doesn't make sense.
Roger Stone is not tall.
He's a steampunk villain.
Roger Stone
Is he
is
not tall?
No, he's 5'11".
Who's the
I don't
tall
think
one?
Roger Stone is 7
James
feet
Comey.
tall. I thought that was just a thing you were making.
James Comey is super tall.
Comey's tall. Comey's tall.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking. I don't know why someone told me Roger Stone was tall, and I believe them. Probably the Proud Boys spreading propaganda.
James,
a lot of times
it's probably all those message boards I read every day.
James Comey is 6'8".
Yeah, that's a big boy.
Yeah, yeah, that's like basketball player height.
Kane is 6'8". That's like he's like the second tallest guy in politics, next to Mayor of Knox County, Tennessee, Glenn Jacobs.
When Scott and I went to Kmart to meet Kane didn't seem
more
that tall.
like Kane Mart.
Kane Mart, yeah. He didn't seem that tall, but he was sitting the whole time.
He was sitting.
Yeah. I kind of wish he would have stood up because I felt
he should have stood more. Like one of his most impressive attributes is he's really fucking tall.
Yeah, because like when I met Jake Roberts, he seemed really tall to me, and I know Kane is taller than Jake Roberts. So
yeah, it's funny because like watching Jake Roberts in his day, in his prime,
next to Hogan and Andre the Giant.
Yeah, you don't think of him as a huge guy, but you put him on the street, he's a huge guy. He's like 6'5", 6'6".
Shit. So we will get into our next segment. Do we have any Streamlabs to read?
We got Lord and Nurgle with the big love, PT Hammer with the big love, and that's about it.
Wow.
So thank you guys again.
Yeah, thanks for helping us out on our early show here. We're about halfway through. If you guys want to hook us up and help us meet our goal, throw us a couple bones, help us get to 50%. Let those Saturday people, rest assured that we will meet the goal as we do.
Just look, somebody send in $147.68, and then we're halfway, and then we'll shut up. How about that?
Yeah, and then Saturday is our Halloween episode. God, when are we we haven't even talked about this. When are we starting the Halloween episode? Are we gonna start earlier than usual? Like
probably not this early though, right? Because I've realized waking up at a time like this is not conducive to me showing up to your house on time.
Not that I have any say in the matter. I would love to do it earlier though.
Yes.
Not earlier than this, but like earlier than.
Yes, but we can do it
evening. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Fuck. All right. Oddities. Here we go. All right. Oh, shit. I got the wrong video queued up. Give me 1 second here.
God damn it.
Uh-oh. Ooh,
so
what is Streamlabs? How do they work? Well, you can go to the link below that says streamlabs.com and send us a little bit of tip. And if you send us $20 or more, it'll be read live as you send it by a robot voice. And if not, we will get to your message later on and reread it when we are not in the middle of a segment.
Yeah.
And if you send $50 or more, we will have sex with you.
PT Hammer sent $50. He's
all
getting
right,
the diesel.
noted. Put him on the list.
He's getting the diesel.
And if you're feeling shy, you can send just the tip, and that'll be fine.
Heyo, let's go.
All right.
I can't believe I thought Roger Stone was tall. Like this pisses me off. Uncredited.
Well,
hype.
maybe stop getting all your news from stormfront.org.
Yeah.
Billy believes what he hears first until he hears something to the contrary.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, that's not always the best way to operate because usually it's
he's very
bullshit.
trusting.
Here's our buddy KingCobraJFS is evicted from his apartment, and here's a video that shows him the moment he discovered he was getting evicted, and for some reason he decided to air this phone call with his dad.
Why wouldn't you?
It's content.
What's up, people? Not this again.
The video's
never ready for him when he appears.
We're live on YouTube and we got some fan mail.
And can I just point out this? He's got the homeless look nailed down. I've already said that before, but he's got this look nailed down. This is before he finds out he's been evicted.
Right before.
That's correct. He's been preparing to be homeless for years.
And now he's going to be King Cobra, the traveling wand salesman.
Love
which
it.
I'm looking forward to.
It's what he was meant to be. He's finally realizing his destiny.
Fixed webcam. Haha, it is. I will keep that handy for sure. Of course, they sent me another one. Shout out to Joshua Lawyer. Let's see what we got here.
Give us a
We
dress.
got some orthopeda mix, some dehydrated grasshoppers, it looks like.
I'm going to try to grab a video that's not as laggy because for some reason this video's lagging a lot. We'll see if this next one I have put on is better, and I'm going to skip ahead to the part where he gets the phone call. Want to remind everyone, I don't have the promo video yet, probably because we were going early here. The person didn't have the time to prepare for it. But Actual Mania 13 happens to be tomorrow, and we'll do a preview for that tomorrow. But yeah, Actual Mania 13, it's going to be crazy. And I do have a promo from Thomas the Creator that we'll play in a few here.
Tyler the Creator.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Tyler.
Oh, shit. That's not what I wanted. Here we go.
What's up?
It's still laggy. Fuck it.
Not this again.
I'm gonna go to the part where he gets on the phone. There's a little bit of transcript.
I can quit.
Hold on.
God!
Bless the harvest for Joshua Lawyer.
Jesus Christ!
Yep.
All right, hold up, my dad.
His dad's calling.
Why
him.
wouldn't it though?
His dad's
No, it should.
His dad's the one that got the lease for him. Here he is on the phone with his dad. His dad's calling him and telling him like, "You're fucked."
Hey, what's up?
Oh, what's up, Doc?
What? Why? I don't want to be like, I can quit smoking indoors. Oh my fucking God, dude.
He's not supposed to be smoking indoors, and then he's making YouTube videos of him smoking, like, in there. And they're watching him. And he's spray painting inside, too, so it's like fumes everywhere.
Where the fuck am I supposed to go, dude?
And it's not like there's plenty of video evidence, so...
I don't know, Josh. If you just followed their rules and they told you that nobody was allowed smoking in the building, Josh. I don't know, Josh.
So this is the thanks I get for giving them an ashtray out of my own fucking pocket.
Huh?
I bought an ashtray for fucking outside. This is the fucking thanks I get. Real fucking nice.
He's like,
I did everything. I bought an outside ashtray.
Look, I bought an outside ashtray. I don't smoke outside. I still smoke inside. The one thing they asked me not to do, but I bought an outside ashtray as a symbol that I acknowledge they don't want me smoking inside. Okay.
Yeah, totally offsets the several $1,000s worth of damage it did.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then his dad says, "You bought them a $25 goddamn ashtray."
40.
It's 40, Dad.
There's no way I caused $6,000 worth of damage to this apartment. That is bullshit.
Wow.
God, dude. I didn't do it intentionally. Shit.
I'm
getting
yeah.
Evicted for using spray paint on my wands? Seriously? Okay, I'm listening. I'm not turning this on anyone. I'm just asking questions, man. That's okay. You know what? I'm sorry too, Dad. Oh, I won't rant about them at all. They've been very patient with me. You're right.
He does. He ends up ranting about it. Hey, look. See the thing at the bottom?
Do you need counseling? Yes. Yes.
No, I don't, Dad. Okay? No, I don't need counseling. I just need to make smarter decisions. All right, Dad. Thanks for letting me know. All right, Dad. I'll keep an eye out. So I'll keep looking. I'll start looking too. All right. Well, I appreciate you breaking the news to me as gently as possible. I'm glad she didn't want to do it, but I understand why she's doing it. You know,
yeah, I'm trash.
It is what it is. I would like to personally thank the people who run this building. You've been very
And are now
patient with
kicking me
me. I guess spray painting the wands indoors was a no-no amongst other things.
Yeah, if they don't want you smoking in a place and you're doing that anyway, they definitely don't want spray paint fumes.
Spray painting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, it is what it is. Man, I really like this apartment too, but unfortunately, YouTube, I'm being evicted. So for the next 30 days, if you don't see me on YouTube, you know, I'll be looking for a house or so. I'm not gonna lie, this really fucking sucks ass, dude. You know,
Will you be looking for a house,
I
or
guess
will you be
you-
looking for a one-room apartment?
A studio.
Just
Well,
to
I mean,
clarify.
shout out to his dad, though. I mean, his dad did offer to let him stay at his parents' place for a bit.
Yeah, and I
just
assume his
for a
dad is paying for this place, right? He just got evicted because he fucked it up.
Later on, he reveals that, like, I think his grandparents or something gave him savings bonds, and that's how he paid for this place.
Okay.
Using the torch to light the hookah was a bit of a disconcert.
He was using a torch, like an industrial torch to light a hookah.
That's my boy right there.
I've lived in this apartment for ages now. It feels like home, you know? It feels like home.
It feels
And
like
now
home.
I'm being evicted because
It looks like home.
That's
Now
usually
that
what
you know he's
home
just being
is to
kicked out.
of the
Where
smoking,
you live is often feels like home.
painting the
often
lawns
does.
indoors, you know, and yeah. Doesn't matter if you're autistic or not. That's just how the world works. And honestly, I do appreciate my
It
landlord.
doesn't matter if you're autistic or not. The world works. You just can't make wands indoors. Okay.
It hardly seems fair, but such is life.
Being very patient with me over the years. So now I gotta find a house in the next 30 days or somewhere else to live. I don't know what else to do, man. At this
Go
point,
on 90-day fiance.
my dad just broke the news to me, and well, I'm not saying anything bad about them. Honestly, I get why, you know.
He says
it's
bad things
happening.
about him later.
Doesn't mean I like it. I guess apparently I quote unquote trashed the place, and that wasn't intentional, dude. Like, you've been living here. I've been living here since 2012, 2013, you know? I've been living here for a long ass time. Now, obviously, I'm not going to quit doing YouTube videos, but I am going to end up taking a break for a while and kind of just figuring some shit out, you know?
There is a full.
Is he drinking Blue Caraco?
There is a full. There
is he drinking?
There is a full transcript of this also out there, and his dad's like, "You're an alcoholic. You got to fix that alcoholism." So.
Oh no.
They
He's
couldn't
bottom
even rent
tapping.
the space above me because it smelled like smoke and paint fumes. I really do appreciate my landlord for being very patient with me over the years. And she really hated to do this, but with my last 2 YouTube videos where I'm drinking and smoking tobacco, I guess, you know. You know, my dad thinks I need counseling. I think counselors are overpaid drug dealers, if you want my honest opinion.
Not all counselors are even able to prescribe medication.
To prescribe drugs.
Yeah. A lot of them are
And-
just like psychotherapists, and that you just talk to them.
And a lot
Yeah.
of drug dealers are overpaid drug dealers.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to start paying drug dealers less.
Yeah.
He's thinking about psychiatrists, and you don't have to go to a psychiatrist. You can just go to a counselor.
Why do I need
You might
someone
have to go to
Hop
counseling.
into a high school and talk to the guidance counselor.
Yeah.
Don't
No.
let him near a high school.
else to tell me what the fuck's wrong with me when I know me better than anyone else? You know what I'm saying? But if counseling does help other people, no judgment, you know? Josh, I mean, this is because I care about you quitting drinking and blah, 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 blah. And that's just the thing of it, dude, is I don't have to quit drinking. Okay? I don't.
I could anytime I
mean,
want.
there are times it does get excessive, so instead of quitting, I just slow down a little bit, you know? Okay, drinking's not the reason why all this shit's going down. You know what I'm saying?
Is it helping?
So right now, this looks like this will be the only batch of wands I'll be making for a while. Because the next 30 days, I'm going to have to spend it cleaning my apartment. You know, like I said, cheers to my landlord. I do appreciate her being very patient with me. I'm not going to give away names or details. I'm not going to dox anyone, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wasn't, you know, when I was spray painting my wands, YouTube, I wasn't trying to put anyone in danger. I was trying to make an honest effing living. And every time I get a job here in town, legitimately, the trolls do everything they can to F it up.
The trolls!
I guess my landlord watched my videos.
The trolls are the boogeyman in his life.
The last 2 videos I've made,
Rat King?
they were not.
No, that's
very
Boogie,
happy
Boogie. Like he's the Boogie 2988 of the internet.
Boogie 1488.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You
That's
too.
what he is now.
I like
Grandma
Boogie's
Palmer.
white supremacist counterpart.
Right.
Rest her soul. Her and my great grandfather.
His great grandfather gave him the savings bonds, and he spent it on this apartment.
They gave me savings bonds. They literally gave me savings bonds, and that's what paid for this apartment. Nice to see that people with Asperger's and autism. Nice to see people with fucking autism doing so well, huh? I tell you what. Honestly, this might be good for me, YouTube, because the trolls already know this address anyway.
When bad things happen to you, Cobes, it's not because it's because they're not doing it because you have autism. There's plenty of people with autism that are perfectly balanced.
And are not ruthlessly bullied.
So maybe this will be good, you know? But it's, what do you do, man? What do you fucking do? I got a couple things.
All right, now he's drunk, so this is great.
Yeah.
This is later on that
now
night.
It's go time.
To talk about. Now you can tune in or you can not watch. I don't care. So if you saw my last live stream earlier, I got evicted, and I have 30 days to find a new place, get all my shit out. So what's the plan from here? The plan from here is to look for another place, and then when I get all my shit out of my apartment and into my other apartment, me and my dad are gonna repaint everything, clean everything, and then tear the carpet out of my apartment so that way they don't have to do it, and that'll cut down on the cost of it, so to speak. It's not going to be an easy task, but it will be done. The owner of this apartment complex, not my landlord, mind you, but the actual owner of this building went on Casper News and legitimately said, we're not going to kick anyone out because of the fact that there is a pandemic. Also, keep in mind that I've been living in this apartment for well over 8 years now.
But this isn't a pandemic not being able to pay your rent situation. You legitimately fucked up the apartment, and that is complete legal grounds, pandemic or not, for eviction.
You're actually causing health issues during a pandemic.
Yeah, you're actually worse than usual.
You are the pandemic now.
You should be double evicted.
See, I'm glad you caught on to the exact wording of that too.
I could fight this, but I'm not going to. According to my landlord, they told my dad that I was sparking up this torch near a bunch of paint cans. Well, the hookah is sitting on my desk, and the paint cans are way over there. Not the point.
On the other side of this 8-foot room.
Yeah. The building recently went no smoking inside this year or last year, and so, you know, when I first moved in here, it was smoker friendly, but they preferred that I didn't do it. I mean, I've never had any complaints about me painting my wands indoors up until this point. Of all things, dude, you know, I'm not trying to bitch about it, but I'm getting bullied and picked on by my trolls, and now I'm getting kicked out of my apartment on top of it. It's just like, you gotta take life in stride, I guess, YouTube. You really do. You know,
Really
some
do.
personal self-reflection is good, honestly. Autistics do not like change. They're very used to their routine, so this is going to be an adjustment
10
for
minutes
me,
to
but
Wapner. 10
it
minutes
needs
to
be done,
Wapner.
YouTube.
Definitely gotta watch Wapner.
No, if that's how it's going to play out, then it is what it is. If worst comes to worst, my dad said I could always stay at him and my mom's place, but that's not going to be necessary. I'm sure my trolls are jumping for joy at this.
Yeah, because you just acknowledged them just now. I don't think he understands.
I'm not one of his trolls, but I am enjoying this. I don't know if that makes me a bully or a bad person, but I do like this.
I think you're a bully and a good person.
Oh my God.
Thank
Scott,
you. I'll take it.
Scott, you're about to learn, because you've been gone for 2 weeks, and we've learned a couple things
what's happening?
while you were gone. You know the African American gentleman that does the police cop chokehold?
My favorite man in the world. Yes, I know him.
Well,
There's another layer.
there's a
to
dark
this,
side. Yeah.
Yes. I mean,
Have you-
he's already a pretty dark side. How can it get darker?
Have you seen? Have
right.
you seen his bare ass?
Go to Google.
No.
Go to Google.
Would you like to?
Go to Google and Google Kevin Joseph King, and then click on the video tab.
Skip this. Go to Pornhub.com and search for Kevin Joseph King. Okay. Don't bother with the Google thing. Just go straight to Pornhub.
Straight to Pornhub.
Kevin Joseph King, and we're talking. He stands like a deer in headlights, staring at the camera, shaking his butt and his dick, and he stands over the toilet in one of the videos, pretending to pee. I guess this is another video where he's actually doing a piss. It's all very strange. Like, I called it right off the bat. The cakes are there. He's not just got cakes. He's got a bakery. Okay.
Oh, he's got wedding cakes.
Yeah, my guy is hostess. He don't give a fuck.
That rocks.
Yeah.
He's got that obese cock chokehold.
Obese cock chokehold.
He also
obese cock chokehold.
He also made a couple videos to us that you haven't seen. There's like this one.
See, look what I'm on y'all the phone. See, the guy that go by the name of Billy the Frizz, this guy. So I do it. See this? I'm showing y'all the photos. Billy and Ben. So y'all see me holding this? Y'all see the King, the card on here? Of course, my last name is King, K-I-N-G. My middle name is Joseph. My first name is Kevin.
Nice to meet you, Kevin.
I'm gonna show y'all something else. So y'all recognize this guy? Look at this. This guy is Billy the Frizz.
He's right.
Your plumpa lump.
I ask this every
Y'all
time.
go by the name of Billy the Frizz.
I always expect there
to be a different answer,
to be an act 2 to this, like for it to go somewhere. Like, here's Billy the Fridge, and then another thing, but it's not. It's always just here's this for 3.5 minutes.
Well,
the end.
But here's the thing: shit like this inspires art, and that's why shit like this exists.
See, my last name is King. My middle name is Joseph. My first name is Kevin. I did the police cop choco, y'all. See, right here is Ben. This guy is Billy the Frizz. Billy and Ben. Y'all see it? Billy the Frizz, he lost weight. He was being a big old balloon. Y'all see it? Billy the Frizz, he lost weight. Y'all see it? 400 pounds. Big old balloon. Fat guy.
Fat guy.
Big old fat, ugly, plump.
He calls him ugly, but then he apologizes.
I didn't mean to say ugly. I
didn't mean to say it.
Eat and eat and eat and eat, eat. Like a big old blunt fat balloon. Blunt fat balloon. Blunt fat balloon. Billy the Frizz. Blunt fat balloon. Blunt fat balloon. Blood, fat balloon, fat guy. See, fat. Those are the friends. 400 pounds. I'll say it again. Big old fat. Ugly. Blunt. This is Ben. I just saw y'all his other friend. See, look at the long girly hair. See, Ben, he got the girly hair. Girly hair. He got the girly hair. Girly hair. He got the girly hair. Girly hair. Y'all say it again? Bambi. Please got Choco, y'all.
MC
That's phenomenal.
I love it.
How did this come about? Do people just send him things and he does them?
I guess someone was like, "These guys are talking about you."
Oh,
and he's like,
guess
you better show a picture on your phone.
Guess who else we have joining us for at least part of the Halloween episode?
Ooh.
Empress,
if it's not Kevin Joseph King, I'm not interested.
Empress Gail Cord Schuler.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
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 Oh my
Happy
God.
Halloween.
Yes.
Sick.
Calling us from the mothership.
I'm gonna do my best to contain my erection.
I'm not. Good times.
Billy the
Good
fridge, you lost weight. Billy the fridge,
You
you
lost
lost weight.
I'm like, Ben.
Yeah, it's great.
And then the beat pulls in like the balloon sound, like it kind of it transitions to boom, boom, boom.
The trombone.
Yeah, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
It was good. And then Hannibal said he might fuck around with that too, so we might have a whole album.
Yeah,
love it.
It's
Some of the chats like Gail, how even? It won't be the first time she's been on the show.
Yeah, a long time ago, years and years ago.
A few years
we
back.
had her on. Yeah, she'll come on. We're
from the Church of Gail.
We're members of Gail's Men.
Yeah. I hope to be indoctrinated myself.
Yeah, I mean, if she really likes you, she'll have a sex robot of you made for her to have sex
Sick.
with. And you guys maybe can have brain to brain sometimes.
I support brain to brain.
If you make it on her marriage list.
I support getting brain from Gail.
She has a marriage list, so.
Who's on that marriage list? Ben.
I'm not. No. But like, you know, Gerard Butler and Hugh Jackman and Matthew McConaughey. And some of the most attractive men in Hollywood.
You know, Brent Spiner.
What a catch.
The hottest man in Hollywood, Data from Star Trek.
Yes.
Old green eyes.
He wasn't the hottest guy on the bridge.
Who, Riker? Are you going to say Riker? Or are you going to say Worf?
Riker second, Stewart first.
Stewart. Are you going to say
Patrick Stewart.
O'Brien?
Number one.
No, O'Brien looks like he's made of potatoes.
Yeah. Yes.
He's named after a potato dish.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Potatoes O'Brien.
They could have just used his real name and like it would have had the same effect. They were like, how can we make him sound more Irish?
Yeah, I was gonna say they really put a hat on a hat there. Like he already was. You had everything you needed.
They could have just put Mr. Potato Head in a red shirt and sat him there. It'd have been fine.
I mean, I think he usually wore a yellow shirt, but I don't
know. I don't watch fucking Star Wars.
The sad thing is that you actually do watch Star Wars.
Star Trek's okay. I just kind of found lightsabers and Ewoks childish, so I just The last Star Wars movie was shit.
I watched this. I watched Mystery
As
Science.
were the several before it.
I watched one of the newer Mystery Science Theater 3000s, and they watched this David Hasselhoff movie that came out like the year after the original Star Wars movie. It's a total ripoff of Star Wars. There's even lightsabers and stuff in it.
I think I saw that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really bad. I'll be right back.
Is that the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie? Or
where he ripped off his own Star Wars movie?
Well, the Star Trek movie he did, like, they couldn't have lightsabers, so they had sabers that extend anyways without light. But it was effectively the lightsaber when fucking John Cho's sword went and like stuck out like that. He had a sword. It was a lightsaber.
Look, I feel like this was all an elaborate ruse so you could say sword a bunch of times, and I'm not going to allow it. Just because Ben's gone, you can't show it off in front of your New Zealand friends here.
And then they had the Death Star. They had the Death Star. They had the Planet Killer in the Star Trek movie. Like how could it have been any less a copy of Star Wars? And then he's like, hey, we didn't copy Star Wars hard enough in Star Trek, so I'm also going to make a new Star Wars movie that copies Star Wars. And we're going to do the same
even
shit.
more.
Yeah. This time we get Chewbacca in it.
Great credit where it's due. He likes what he likes. So
yeah. This guy made he made the original Star Wars twice.
I guess it was that his Star Trek was before his Star Wars, right?
Yeah. And when he made it, he was like, yeah, I'm actually always been more of a fan of Star Wars, so that's why it's more of a Star Wars.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. He unapologetically said, and they're like, whoa, you're so you're a fan of Star Wars. You want to just do Star Wars to Star Wars? Yeah,
yes, I do.
Not?
Thank you. I will do that.
I will ask, which do you think is, because I just thought of this now while you were talking about it, which do you think is more faithful to old Star Trek? The J.J. Abrams Star Trek or the current Discovery? And
I haven't seen either, but I'm going to say Discovery. I don't know if that's the right answer or not.
I've only seen the film, so I can't really speak to Discovery, but yeah.
I think some people like it. I don't know.
I don't watch that stuff. I'm too busy watching the new Air Buds series on Netflix, Queen's Gambit. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
A girl playing chess?
Well, yeah, well, that's
impossible.
Like, there's even a scene where she's like, is there anything in the rule book that's against that? And they're like, well, no.
And they're like, actually, yes. It says no girls allowed, but as long as the dog is male, it can play.
Yeah, it's literally just Air Bud, but like with a girl instead of a doggy. It's cute.
It's cute. And the girl is almost as cute as a golden retriever.
Yeah, just not as furry.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's human or not, but it needs to be a straight alpha male.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm going in and out my room, see?
Look at them cakes.
See y'all.
I want to watch him fart. Does he have any farting videos?
Now I'm back in.
Oh my god, he's doing it, guys.
So I'm going in and out of my room.
I do this every time when I'm going to be on the show. I do this every time before we go live.
That's fair. It's my routine. It's my ritual. It works for me.
His door filth is nothing compared to Jared Genesis' door filth.
At least he doesn't sit on his doorknob.
I 100% believe Kevin Joseph King is far cleaner than Jared Genesis.
Yeah,
I do believe he's cleaner. I also think he might be the most retarded man.
I love him.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Me. I'm here.
It's the police.
This is a good bit.
How does he live? Like, what is his day to day when he's not doing a video? What's happening in his life? I'm fascinated. I need to know everything about him.
I know. Well, you go to Pornhub.com. Search.
I don't want to go to Pornhub.com. I've never been, and I don't mean to start now.
You should probably look at his.
See, Billy? See, if he would have just did what I asked him to do, he would have actually have seen it. But you're like, just go to Pornhub. Now he's not even going. You ruined it.
He ruined it. He's protesting right now.
Out. Open it.
No, if he goes straight to Pornhub, he runs the risk of being exposed to all this incest porn stuff.
Open the door. I am opening the door in and out.
What is your life, Kevin Joseph King?
Well, he has to manage it. He has to manage it on all these different calendars too. He's got 20.
That's true. Like he's got so much going on.
Is this video new?
Relatively.
Like, is there any possible way he saw the Balloon Balloon remix and now he's like, I'm gonna get everything I do turned into a song?
I'm gonna get everything memed up.
I doubt he's thinking that far ahead.
I don't know.
I doubt
man.
he's thinking. End of sentence.
I don't know. I think he's a borderline genius.
Are these educational videos for very young children? Like it's a Sesame Street situation, like teaching in and out, open, closed, police cop chokehold, not police cop chokehold,
pissing in the toilet,
pissing in the toilet.
This is how to do a potty, y'all. This is how you do a potty like an adult, y'all. This is how adults do a potty. You stand in the toilet and do a potty, y'all. This is how you do the potty. I'm doing a potty, y'all. Y'all see me do the potty?
Y'all see?
In and out. In and out. In and out. In and out. In and out.
He saw the Balloon Balloon remix, and he wants his whole life to be a musical now.
Yes. And he's not wrong.
This is a relatively new thing, right? He hasn't been singing and dancing before.
Would you see a stage play based on Kevin Joseph King?
Yeah,
I wouldn't see any other stage play.
Yeah. That song, You Deserve an Oscar, was about Kevin Joseph King.
Oh my God. that has to be the big finish of the Kevin Joseph King Broadway musical.
More awards than Hamilton. Hamilton.
I would like to see Lin-Manuel Miranda's Kevin Joseph King.
See, I'm looking over there, y'all. Y'all see it?
They got him in a police cop chokehold. Got him. Alexander Hamilton, $10 bill. $10 bill, y'all got a $10 bill. Open up the door, close the door. Open up the door once more. Close the door, close the door. Open up the door once more. Walking through, gotta walk through.
This one's for all my beautiful women around the world. All my Holly Berrys to Roger B. Henson's and Monique's and Jennifer Hudson's and Whoopi Goldberg's. This one's for y'all. I've been watching you.
I heard a Henson in
there. You really stole my heart when you stare up dog that car.
So y'all see how I'm going in and out, in and out.
Like a shoe store. See, I've been watching you from afar. You really stole my heart when you stare up dog that car.
I wasn't ready after all the in and out to be introduced to his best friend, the bear.
The bear is my best friend, y'all.
Yeah, I did a video about him the other day. Hungry the bear. Y'all see it?
Was it him, y'all?
Hungry the bear.
Homie the bear?
Homie the bear, y'all. That's my best friend right here, y'all.
Hungry the
bear. Homie the bear.
Homie D Clown.
Man. How much better would Drunken Peasants be if it was, instead of you and me, Ben, it was just Kevin Joseph King, Homie the Bear, and then Scott and Denny?
Is it gonna be a picture of Homie the Bear or the actual Homie the Bear?
The picture of Homie the Bear.
Okay.
It's a picture.
So no one gets mauled.
KJK is gonna run the show and he's gonna hold the bear photo down below the screen below him and be like, "Hey y'all, I'm Homie the Bear, y'all, I'm Homie the Bear."
He's gonna throw it to the bear a lot, like more than you'd think.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
The bear. And I'm gonna see y'all later. Is my video.
Mm-hmm.
This is my video. Look at the bear.
It's my video, y'all.
Look at it.
Look at the bear.
Well, now he's making demands.
This is my homie the bear, y'all. He's my best friend, y'all.
I'm scared not to look at the bear. I will say that. I want to do what he tells me.
Best singing ever. You deserve an Oscar.
I mean, like, Oscars are for acting. So is it because she, like, faked the orgasm so well is why she deserves an Oscar?
Ooh.
Good point.
I hope not. I hope he never approaches a bear thinking it's his friend. I mean, I guess who's to say he wouldn't be like BJ and the bear and train that motherfucker?
Bill, I got news that's gonna rock your fucking world right now.
What's that? What's that?
You know what? No, I don't think it's the time, and I don't think you're ready. You haven't been awake for long enough. I'm not possibly prepared to.
Now I need to know. Now I need to know
that the titular bear in BJ and the Bear is a monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know. I already regret saying it, but it needed to be said at some point. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm so sorry.
He's
Bill,
sorry.
I'm so
that
sorry.
means extra sorry in Canada.
I'm extra sorry. Oh gosh, I'm extra sorry.
So,
he can barely contain his shock.
He can barely contain.
Barely.
Oh.
He has the right to bear's arms.
Mm. As it was originally intended when written.
Yes.
That's true. Not a lot of people know that.
Dude, that sucks.
They hadn't even invented guns yet.
They were still using swords and shields.
They're still using swords.
How come every time you do that, you make sure the label is facing the camera? Every
You're
time.
getting paid?
Interesting.
The sad thing is that you're not, but you still do it. That's the fucked up thing.
I'm getting paid.
No, you're not. You are not getting paid. So the question is, why are you doing that if you're not getting paid? Is the better question.
Getting paid.
You're not
Because
getting
I'm
paid
getting
though.
paid.
You know that's bullshit. So like,
yeah,
why?
I'm the one
Why are
with
you
the
doing
drink
it?
sponsorship here, not you.
He's doing the fucking eyebrow thing that he does. That's like played out eyebrow.
Yeah. Oh, the Dwayne Johnson eyebrow.
Pick a new face.
It just grows this way.
Get a new face, bitch.
The eyebrows played out. Damn it. All right. Let's do oh god. Did we get any Streamlabs that could be read?
Yes.
There were a few.
Okay.
Nick Soul gave us some love, Allagass, again, saying, I hope he never approaches a bear thinking it's his friend. Dragon the West says, I have Asperger's syndrome like Cobes, but unlike him, I have a job. And overdrafting my bank account is a rare occurrence.
Right.
I don't use my disability as a crutch.
Exactly.
Clearly, his parents didn't make sure he got
It's a rare
therapy.
occurrence. I won't say I never do it, because I definitely do it, but
Look,
not as much as him.
People with Asperger's 100% will overdraft their accounts from time to time. 100%.
I can
It's just
confirm. Oh, wait.
the fact. Yeah. Clearly, his parents didn't make sure he got therapy for social skills and awareness. His parents really fucked up over there. Spec said huge news from 2 weeks ago that I heard recently because for some reason no one is mentioning it. A room temperature superconductor was reported. A major step towards the next tech revolution. Get ready for computers that don't heat up, hover cars, and more. Well, that's a pretty big leap between computers that don't heat up to hover cars.
I was going to say, so I need less of a fan on my computer or cars that can fly.
Yeah. And then the and more. Like that's the leap between don't heat up computers, hover cars, and the and more. If it goes from computers that don't heat up to hover cars, the and more to me is
First
like
of all,
I was going to say, what's the third thing?
yeah, it's got to
a
be
new universe.
even with
new
the tech,
universe and or sex dolls. They look like kittens.
even with the
Go
technology
on.
there, they're not going to just let us have hover cars. They don't want people running their people are crazy and reckless anyway. They don't want people running hover cars into buildings and stupid shit like that. You know, people
a
would
bunch of mini 911s.
you
Can you imagine?
you know having
Great.
like a flying
yeah.
car would get misused because people are fucking crazy.
Never.
Not
People
if-
are very responsive.
fucking-
Not if they had governors.
car crash? What about car crashes and they just start like falling out of the sky? Like you're walking down the street and a fucking hover car crashes up like, like 5 stories up above you and just falls onto you. Fuck that.
But you might have hover cars that are completely computer driven and won't even like connect with each other. Like it could be physically impossible for somebody to have user error. Like we're there with the technology on driving cars that self-drive right now. Like that could be one of the
it's
caveats.
Almost there. I mean, it can't go
very close.
It can't go unmanned. Like there still has to be a driver with his hands on the wheel.
For now, but we'll get there. By the time we have hover cars, we'll be there. And we got Rot Feast Tenders said $50. Give me the sex, Scott.
Did he donate $50 or did he donate $2 and say he donated 50?
Okay,
that's what it looked like to me when it popped up.
He donated the $2. He donated the $2.
Right.
It wasn't 50.
Liar.
He's trying
You're
to
$48 away from the 8th best sex of your life.
Mikey Metalhead said, hope y'all are having a great day. Love you, Billy. But also just wondering, are we not doing cringe rap anymore? We do it sparingly.
I mean, just throw on Billy's album if you need a fix.
Yeah, you can get my album on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, Bandcamp, Billy the Fridge, multiple albums, great songs. You love them all.
There's also Pinwheel.
No, I don't recommend those songs because I don't get paid for them.
I highly recommend those songs.
Don't listen to those songs. I don't get paid for them.
Lock up your daughters.
Not my songs. I don't get paid for them. Only spend money directly on my songs. Billy the Fridge alone. Put money in my pocket. Feed my children. Allegas said the mayor of Longwood, Florida, is Matt Morgan. He's around Kane's height, if not taller. He's built his 7-foot.
Oh, he is a big boy. Yeah.
The blueprint.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's the mayor of something.
He's the mayor of Longwood, Florida.
That's crazy.
Someone 7 foot tall is the mayor of Longwood. Come on.
I like
He's
it.
packing heat.
Man, he fucking sucked. Cause like, do you know how much you have to suck as a wrestler to look like him and get as many chances as him and never have the first whiff of actual success? Like he had everything going for him and could not capitalize on it.
But he's a mayor now.
He is the mayor, so who am I to say? The mayor of Longwood. God damn it.
Looks like he was a basketball player too. He was NCAA.
He's 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of like Kevin Nash without the
charm.
The charm, yeah. Kevin Nash was a basketball player, got into wrestling.
Yeah. Man, yeah. If Kevin Nash was like, I mean, for how tall he was skinny as a basketball player. He did not have the muscle. He did not get the muscle until he got into wrestling, apparently.
How did he get it when he got into wrestling, I wonder? Did he just work out more than when he was playing?
He's one of the few guys that openly said he took steroids, right?
Yeah.
Like he said it on national news when Chris Benoit died. He's like, I took fucking steroids. I'm not over here killing people. It's not a steroids issue. He had other issues. He's like, it's not a steroids thing. He's like, if it was, I'd be fucking raging right now.
I mean, I'm going to say that Chris Benoit took a few more bumps than Kevin Nash.
I
think Chris Benoit might have taken more bumps in one match than Kevin Nash's career.
You know, there was a news story about Kevin Nash beating up his son on Christmas Day and using
I remember
that.
That was
slam
awesome.
on him. So
that was sick.
But it was overturned because his son was like having a lapse and attacking his wife.
Bitch.
Yeah, his son was like attacking his mom, and he just choke slammed his kid to be like, "Dude, chill."
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And Kevin Nash played Super Shredder in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze.
He did play Super Shredder, and he was in Grandma's Boy, your favorite movie.
He was in 2 of my favorite movies.
He was in that Adam Sandler football prison movie, The Longest Yard.
The Longest Yard.
Yeah, Goldberg and Stone Cold are both in that movie.
And
Grandma's Boy was my favorite movie for like 6 months.
Yeah. And Bob Sapp?
Yep.
And Terry Crews.
Damn, what a crew.
Yeah.
There was some beef on that set.
There was.
And then also Magic Mike. Kevin Nash was in those movies. the male stripper movies.
Oh, that's right.
He was also in
Right.
John Wick.
John Wick.
Yes.
Was he in the first one?
Yeah, he was in the
Yes.
first John Wick. He was one of the few guys that John Wick didn't kill.
He was in his contract.
Oh.
John Wick was like, "You want to get the fuck out of here, or do you want to get killed?" And Kevin Nash was like, "Hey, man, I'm just the fucking door guy."
Oh yeah.
Let's play fucking Kalo's actual Mania promo.
Yes.
Oh snap!
Well. It is
Look at him
almost
looking at the
time
camera like
for
I told him to.
actual
I love him.
Mania, where I defend my cringerweight championship. I haven't been talking much because I'm gonna let the cringe speak for itself. I've been seeing your little promos, Mickey, that they haven't been showing on Drunken Peasants, but it's been in the Discord. I'm not a gorilla.
Oh no, we watched those.
I'm not racist. I am not sexist, or whatever you called me in that last video. I am all-powerful, and I am the cringe monster. Be prepared to feel defeat, Mickey, because it's going to feel real good when I win and I keep my title. See you at actual Mania.
You tied. They literally tied last time, which it's so rare.
Really?
Yes.
The rematch. Is there a stipulation on the rematch? Because normally after a tie, you gotta up the ante somehow.
What's a good idea? What's a good idea for a stipulation? Because we haven't done that yet.
Loser has to kiss the winner.
That'd be impossible, though.
Yeah, nobody wants to kiss these two.
I'll think on it. If I come up with something, I'll let you know.
It could be a loser leaves town, except Kalo just left town. He moved to a new place.
Damn. Because he was run out of the old place?
Yes. 100% yes. That's 100% true.
I'm going to be honest. I kind of miss more gimmicky Kalo.
Yeah, with the mask and everything.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I don't know if he's doing this on purpose, but I feel like this video was a palate cleanser. And he's trying to this is the saltine cracker that's going to clear the cringe from our mind. And then he's going to hit us with something.
And then he's going to drop something so hard.
Yeah. That's,
I got you.
I think that's a possibility.
I would support that.
I'm not sure.
I like that he filmed it while not driving.
Yeah. One of his safest videos.
Yeah, it sucks we didn't have our actual Mania promo, but it was our rescheduling that kind of messed that up.
Can always play it next time.
We'll play it tomorrow on the preview show before we go big time live.
Yeah.
On the free for all.
Yeah.
The free for all before In Your House.
All right, let's watch some of this.
I should turn off the goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. TP, are they going to touch me?
All right. So I thought there's plenty of meat on the bone with this one, so I'll just play it here. Of course, Scott will agree with everything that he says.
Attaboy.
He's going to talk about population replacement.
Yes.
Billy, is this the source that you got your cookie poll related
From the
information
National
from?
File. Very
6
good
million
people over there.
cookies voted for Donald
So these are
Trump.
comments that she made in 2014.
6
I'll read
million
you the
sounds
report
like
and then
too
we'll get
many.
into it. Excuse me. It says former Democrat legislator and gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams, and she's from Georgia. She said in 2014 she revealed her plan to change the racial demographics of the electorate heading into the 2021 congressional and legislative redistricting efforts based on the 2020 census. So she said this in 2014 about the census and the redistricting in 2020 and 2021. Abrams planned to prevent a, quote, minority white conservative coalition from governing in the South. She said, quote, my eyes are on 2021. Because when we do redistricting in 2021, if we have not changed the electorate, especially in the South, we will have a majority-minority population that is governed by a minority white conservative coalition. And that's the most dangerous precedent that we can possibly set for the South in the next 20 years. She said this at the 2014 Power Pack and National Conference, which was themed, quote, excuse me, race will win the race. The progressive path to victory. Think on that title. Race will win the race. The progressive path to victory. Could it be more explicit? Could they make it more obvious?
I mean, black people are better runners than white people, so I assumed
we've watched the
she's
Olympics.
Right. It's meaning
I've seen the
your
Olympics.
heritage, your ancestry, your blood. That will win the election. In other words, the more non-white voters we have, the more, racial minorities that we have, the more we're going to win elections. That is our progressive path to victory. The key to progressives winning the races is to have blacks, Hispanics, and Asians displace white people in southern states. That's what she's saying. And she's talking about the demographic trend that's happening. People might deny it. People might not like it, or they don't like to think about it, but whites are on their path to becoming a minority in America.
I would hate to see the minority choose something like the president of the United States. I mean, look at the last election in 2016. If the minority of people who voted chose our president, that means that Donald Trump would be president, right? Hillary had 3 million more votes. The minority? Oh God,
I mean,
we can't.
Oh no!
Is he really disparaging others for using the phrase "race will win the race"? Because I'm pretty sure he believes the same thing. Race will win the race, just not the race.
Yeah, but a different race, so it's not the same. It's not the same.
A racial majority. The word is majority. Racial majority. Like, I am 100% white, right? I should benefit from this racial majority. Why am I not? Why am I cucked out to the minorities in our country? Why?
Will become a minority in America. This is as certain as the sun coming up tomorrow, right? And everything else. That is going to happen. It is mathematically inevitable that whites will be a minority given the current trends, which I don't see changing anytime soon. And as such, some places will become majority minority before others. In other words, there will be no dominant racial majority. You'll have a majority of minorities, a bunch of different racial groups, none of them
really quick.
more than 50.
We have a Freedom in the pleb chat says, real question for the peasants from a European fan. Why do you think that higher taxes work? Here in Europe, us poor, we got better health care, but it's far more difficult for us to get out of poverty. Is it? Like,
that's not really what I've heard. I don't live there, obviously, but
I mean, first of all, we're comparing a country to an entire continent made up of multiple different countries.
Yeah.
I mean,
in Europe.
Yeah. I mean, when I went to Europe, this is anecdotal, but I didn't see as many I went to most of the major cities in Western Europe. I did not see.
Well, isn't that kind of a result in some form of the higher taxes leading to better social services and less homelessness?
I didn't see the same degree of. I didn't see cities of people living in tents like I see here in the U.S. It looks like. Looks like there was a survey done in a lot of these countries in mainland Europe. It looks like the UK might have a higher rate. But it's saying the UK 7.7, the US 6.2, and then Germany had the lowest. I don't know. It seemed like there was enough social programs to help keep people afloat. I'm pretty sure higher taxes attribute to that. And also, a lot of people here are on the streets because they have medical problems that aren't being addressed because they don't have insurance for it.
Yeah.
So that leads to
I
it
think
as well.
there's a whole lot of poverty here in America. We might have more ability to earn on a certain level, but that's because Americans are the product now. They make money off of us making money. So like if you're not the product, maybe you just kind of live your life a little easier in poverty. We have the illusion of ownership of things, but we really don't have. Most people in America are living paycheck to paycheck if they have a job,
and
right?
all it takes is one major medical emergency, like you're in the hospital for a week.
Yeah, to wipe you out.
Right. Now you owe like $20,000-$30,000, if not more, depending on what you needed. So like, yeah, all it takes is one time for that to happen. A bad car accident, a bad fall. You get like maybe you get Parkinson's or something like that.
The wrong amount of heroin, Billy.
50% of the population.
Hey, the only wrong amount doesn't need health care. You need funeral
The
services.
only wrong
And
amount is
also-
not enough.
Also, we have this huge population and we have this huge amount of wealth, and I'm more for higher taxes for the people that are insanely wealthy, like Jeff Bezos. Those people, higher taxes for the middle class, not necessarily, maybe slightly. Like I believe in tiered taxes, based on how much it.
Based on what you can afford. It's pretty simple.
Yeah. Yes.
Saying that in that case, whites cannot govern. When the South becomes majority minority, the minority group that governs should not be white people. That would be dangerous, she says. So who should govern? Well, I mean, if not white people, then non-whites. In essence, what she is saying is we have to change.
Oh, and another point. Yeah, we have a weird thing here in Washington. Like most states have a state income tax, but in Washington we don't have that, but we have a state sales tax. And like that combined with like your city or county sales tax, everything here is more expensive because of it. But I know why they do it, because they make more money on a sales tax because people from out of the state pay that sales tax too when they come here. Right. Instead of just the people that live and work here paying that tax. So in a way, because of that, they bring in a lot of money. Because any type of transaction that takes place here is subject to the state sales tax.
Change the electorate. What is that? Change the people voting. Change the people in the state. Import more people, right? We have voters. We can't win them over. We can't convince them. We don't like them. So we'll bring in new voters that like us and that will vote for us and that are, that are our own people. We'll bring in people from Latin America. We'll bring in people from Asia. We'll bring in people from Africa. We'll bring in a new electorate that likes us. That's what she's saying. If we do not change the electorate, so we'll bring in a new electorate. We'll change the electorate.
So he's saying not just people from like neighboring cities, counties, states, whatever, to like counteract gerrymandering. We're talking about full-on immigration from other countries. We're bringing people from Asia and Africa for this. This is the plan. This is a very bold plan.
Yeah.
Districting and demographic
Especially
change.
with how immigration's going.
Those people will vote Democrat, and they will install these non-white voters that have led the demographic change, will install a non-white government that will rule over a majority-minority state. And this is what they want to do in the country. And does this seem right to you? That America will become a non-white country governed by non-whites? Then increasingly the norm will be Barack Obama's and Kamala Harris's and Stacey Abrams and Tulsi Gabbard's and this. Does this seem right to you? Does this seem appropriate?
As opposed to being ran by like the super rich elite that speak for all the fucking 99.9% of the fucking people who have absolutely no say. I don't give a fuck who's in power. They're not there for us anyways.
Yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for him to say what he really feels. I don't know how
he feels,
how hard he's gonna go, but I'm kind of hoping.
Well,
really
I mean,
goes
he's
for
already
it.
said like race mixing is to blame for a lot of this. So,
yeah.
Oh, by the way, did you hear that Jesse Lee Peterson accidentally retweeted gay porn, so he made his Twitter private for a little while?
Attaboy.
Yeah.
I did not hear that. That's
More than
delightful.
that, maybe you don't see a problem with this.
While he
Do you
was
think that
researching for a program.
America will remain the same when this happens? That's my big question. Is maybe you think, oh, well, what difference does it make, right? You go from a white country with a white government to a non-white country with a non-white government. Well, okay. Do you think the country will remain the same if this is the case? New leadership, new population, same results, same texture of life, same quality of living, same policies, same culture. And if it's going to be different, will it be better or worse? We're going to bring in people from Mexico. We're going to bring in people from Africa. We're going to bring in people from China.
Are you?
They will be the new population and the new government. Well, we can probably agree that things will change because it's a different population, different government, different results, different country. Will these people from worse countries create a better country than the one we had or a worse country? This is all straightforward and obvious to me. It is pretty straightforward and obvious. When you go to Georgia, when you go to Alabama, when you go to Tennessee or Mississippi.
All red states in recent history, by the way.
Yeah, lovely states.
Which are the neighborhoods that you want to go to? In Birmingham, in Atlanta, in Nashville, Memphis. Which are the neighborhoods you want to go to? Which are the safe ones? Which are the prosperous ones? Which are the ones where you're...
The ones with less poverty, the ones that are higher income.
Not going to get shot, where there's not a lot of drug crime, gang activity, things like that. And who, let us remind ourselves, are going to be the ones running the government now? These are the questions we need to ask ourselves. These things that are happening have consequences for our country and for our lives and for history. Never mind your meager existence, which is, a blink of the eye compared to world history. Think about the consequences for our civilization that we are handing off. We, the white people, the white traditional American nation, are handing off. And it's not just happening in America, it's happening everywhere. Canada, Australia, all of Europe. We are
white people were there first.
Yeah. Well, not at all.
We're handing off our inheritance, our civilization, Christianity, the Sistine Chapel. We are handing off the Statue of David, philosophy, classical art, classical music, Mozart. We're handing off Plato and Aristotle.
Plato, you say?
Rembrandt.
Interesting. I do like that. I mean, most of what he's mentioned is Italian and Greek, and I would argue that they aren't white. But
they're on the darkest side of white if they are. Yeah.
Handing off everything that was great about our civilization, and we're handing it off to Stacey Abrams. And we're handing it off to Chuy Garcia and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. We're handing it off to their hands. Their hands, which are washed with tainted tap water in Mexico. Their hands, which in some cases...
Or in Flint.
...are covered with shit from wiping their asses with them, which we see in India, where they have open defecation. Handing it off to, right? And I don't know, maybe that sounds a certain way, but this is what's happening.
Maybe that
the
sounds
civilization of explorers
and
conquerors, settlers, people that landed on the moon, circumnavigated the globe, created the first maps, settled foreign lands, built colonies, built up great civilizations, not just where we resided, but elsewhere. We're handing it off to these new arrivals. And it's just a question, folks. It's just a question. And if you think it's politically incorrect, maybe you know the answer. Do we trust it? Do we trust that in their hands? Is that a good decision? Are they going to be good custodians of what we have given them? Will they perpetuate it? Will they create new life in it? Will they protect what has already been
given
made?
them? It's weird how he takes credit for everything other white people do. Like the commonality in skin color is what links us. Therefore, I can.
Yeah, the achievements of all white people are my achievements.
Right. I never got that.
Yeah, and also the possibility of sort of a mixed government representative of the population demographic wise, just not a possibility for him. That's just sort of out of the question.
We're going directly to Wakanda's government, instantly.
Which
they seem like they're doing all right.
Yeah. If we're gonna go for an ethno-state model, Why not Wakanda?
Yeah, either Wakanda or Israel. Those we can agree those are the two best ethno states.
Yeah, the best no states.
Yeah.
That was not clever.
They cherish it. Will they appreciate it? When Jay-Z and Beyonce make a music video in the Louvre, and maybe you can look that up, are they respecting European art? When you see all these...
I mean, they let them do it. If
I don't care.
Yeah. I didn't know that was controversial.
If the
I don't care if they filmed WAP in the Louvre.
Yeah,
like
whatever.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like they're like burning the paintings on the walls or like wiping their asses with the Mona Lisa or something like that.
different displays that are
Even
talking
if
about
they were. I'm
if
there
they
for
did.
that. I'm
decolonization.
there for that.
By the way, here's the post I saw. Jesse Lee Peterson locked his Twitter account after he liked gay porn on his public account. He shook. Being a homophobe isn't a very smart grift if you're gay.
I mean, but that's normally the number one reason to be a homophobe. So what are you gonna do?
It wasn't gay porn that I liked. It was Kevin Joseph King jacking off over a toilet bowl, taking a piss and shaking them
Is
big old
that
cakes.
really gay porn?
You got to
Isn't
get
that
away from
gay?
your mother and go towards your father.
Y'all see? Y'all see? Y'all see?
You got to kill your mother and fuck your father. That's the only way.
Of white
reverse Oedipus.
literature, white art, white architecture. Are these people going to cherish everything that our ancestors built? Is that something that they're in love with? Did they see the universal and objective value in that? Did they see the human value in all of that? There is never hesitation for them to take credit for it, but when they feel left out, there's also never a hesitation to demean it and demolish it and shit all over it, right? When we talk about the pyramids, that was us. We talk about Shakespeare, that was us too. We talk about Hannibal and Carthage, that was us.
The pyramids?
The pyramids was
white people?
Sorry?
In Africa?
We do.
I don't know about that.
No.
White people did the pyramids.
No.
Yeah?
White people
No.
did
Sure.
three great things. White people did three great things. They did the pyramids. They did the Amazon. They made the Amazon River and the 9/11 and 9/11. White people and jazz.
When we
people
talk
did
about
four great things.
white writers and white artists and white founders and everything, well, they were racist. And we need more contemporary. We need more modern. That's all. You know, smarter than Mozart? Wu-Tang Clan. Okay. I like Wu-Tang Clan as much as the next person, but,
I mean,
not
RZA
quite at the
might
same
be
level.
smarter than Mozart.
This is what we see all the time. And whereas we are expected and oftentimes do believe that we're all one human
never had
race.
sex.
And we landed on the moon, not as Americans, not as white Americans, but as human beings. And all these achievements of our countries and civilizations were achievements for humanity. They do not see them that way. They see these achievements as the achievements of rivals.
You see them that way?
Not fellow humans, but rival tribes. Rival tribes that did our ancestors wrong, that we have a grievance against. Those people do not love our culture. They don't love us. They don't see themselves as us.
I don't think so, Nick Fuentes. The song "Whitey's on the Moon" proves
come on.
that they show respect towards the space system. Okay.
True.
Everybody listen to "Whitey's on the Moon" to see who really
Good
cares.
song.
It's a good song.
Or listen to Death Grips, the opposite of Whitey's on the Moon, which I can't say on the stream.
We are about to end this
In
show.
outer space?
We are about to end this show. There's a link in the description for the show on RT that we're going to be on later tonight. If you want to click it and
when you become puppets of the Russian government.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're going over there in a few. We're taking a little break until it starts. Scott, tell the people what you want them to know.
Oh, I'll tell them. How about Twitter at not Scott Henson? You could do that. There's this whole virus going around that prevents me from working in front of crowds, which is what I do for a living. So I have no money. So send me a bit if you want at paypal.me/not Scott Henson, or if you want something for your trouble, buy a shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/Scott Henson and listen to my podcast, The Worst Year of Our Lives.
All right. Danny.
And I'd like to personally thank Danny for being on the show.
Yeah, Danny.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, all right. We're leaving now. Good night, everybody. Take care.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Oh, and I almost played the antagonism intro again, but I caught myself.
Oh, Ben, I swear to God.
I didn't do it.
Swear to God,
Did not
Ben.
do it.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.